Hi, it's me, Maven. Do you like this aspect ratio? It's very aesthetic. It's very aesthetically pleasing, yes. Anyway, so I had a script, and then there was an inciting incident today that got me very angry, and so I decided to record my thoughts in a very heated way, and I realized while editing all of it, none of it is making sense. So what I decided to do was I got all of my points and I put them down as little bullet points. So I'll be reading off that. But yeah, so let's get started. So the inciting incident was while working on the script, I decided to, I learned about this restrict mode that was happening, and I decided to it's off for me because I think I turned it off while everyone's like, oh, this is happening, make sure you turn it off. Okay. And I went to my channel. I was thinking, let's see what gets restricted when I turn on the restrict mode. And it contextualized a lot of the stuff from the original video of me just talking about the features of this channel. My last two videos, one of me just rambling, a personal thing, and then most probably my Wolverine video, which took months to do, lots of effort. Those two were restricted, and I wasn't surprised, but I was very hurt. And I don't know why. But it made a lot of sense why, at least why the Wolverine video didn't perform very well. But that's kind of, I'll get onto the views in a second. I don't want to know why, because I kind of don't want to comply, because I think this, like, AI restrict mode stuff is just really stupid. Because it's like, this AI stuff, it's not technically, like, AI, it's just data stuff. So the original thought process that I had before I found this out, I was like, well, you know, I haven't been great at being consistent since, you know, I got an influx of subscribers, and I know I'm not, like, when people came for the Overwatch video and, like, a few animations, people came for that, and I get it, I really do. So, like, I thought, well, I kind of flubbed it, but, you know, I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going throughout all of that. But just this kind of stings. This really, really stings. It wasn't just this that made me really mad. What kind of added on top of that was a few days ago, I was trying to look up videos on YouTube on the YouTube app. And I realized in the search engine, the filters for the searches are gone. Right now, at least as of recording this, because I don't know if they'll remove this either, but in when you're looking up videos, you can go into filters and go to upload date. And what upload date usually does is it gives you, like, the most recent thing. And that's how I like discovering small creators or tutorials. I like live 2D, so I like trying to find, like, oh, like the newest live 2D creators, you know, if I can find any cool stuff that hasn't been showcased, things like that, or animations, all that stuff. Like, I like that option. But since I couldn't find it in the YouTube app, I got very mad, because basically all YouTube is now is, at least on the app, soon probably on the desktop too, it's like video. You want to look up anything? Fuck you. You want to discover anything on your own? Fuck you. And this goes into another thing. So back August 12th or 13th, I actually did participate in the YouTube boycott for about a week. And before that, I deactivated my Twitter. And boy, like, that was a hard decision. And then doing the YouTube boycott on top of that, oh, that was really hard. That was really hard. But this kind of goes into, I'm just really upset with the state of the internet right now. Everything has been dumbed down. Everything's made, like, I have a large monitor. I actually had to temporarily remove my second monitor because for space, but I have a lovely large monitor that has like inbuilt speakers. It's lovely. But I feel like a large monitor is just so useless because everything is just formatted like an iPad or an iPhone or just for mobile devices. There's nothing really unique about it. Like, there's no exploring for clicking. It's just boom, 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 scroll, scroll, scroll. Everything is just fed at you. There's no discoverability anymore. And I feel like I can feel myself getting dumbed down. Genuinely, I feel myself getting dumber. So like I've had to take like lots of different precautionary measures for me. Right now I'm getting back into like writing in physical stuff instead of typing. I'm pulling out my journal so like I can actually write things out. But I feel like I'm in that movie. It's the movie about that one British criminal, played by Tom Hardy. There's like a part in the movie where he's like in a mental institution, and the nurses are actively giving him medication that basically like he can't do anything. I genuinely feel that way regarding a lot of things right now with the state of the internet. Everything's meant to be fed at you, and one thing I do want to say is that it ain't just the iPad babies. We are all iPad babies. We need to treat ourselves like we are still developing. I ordered a planner recently. I'm looking more into all kinds of stuff to have me like to so I can touch things that are tactile, so I can interact with the world, because I don't think our human brains are meant to be this way. And so everything with the state of this website, everything is meant to catch your attention. And I think the worst part is that YouTube is incentivizing creators to create a certain way to grab attention. Like that's how you get rewarded, right? And I can't do that. I did apply for I got accepted in the YouTube partnership program, but I haven't really started it yet because I'm not a content machine. I don't like the word content. It makes me feel like stuff comes out of a conveyor belt. But for me, creativity is like my thing. So for me, the creative process is really important to me. It's kind of how I function in life. So it's like this stuff doesn't come out of a conveyor belt. This stuff is made out of me recording in a certain time of day. The lighting is beautiful, editing, the editing room, DaVinci Resolve, listening to music, having coffee. It's everything. I love the process, and calling myself content makes me feel like, I think also just the contentification of everything, like, you know, to be fed to someone, it adds a dehumanization not only to the creator but also to the viewer. Like, everything's a product. YouTube originally wasn't this. YouTube originally wasn't a content machine. Back in the day, I've been on YouTube since the summer of 2006. But back in the day, a lot of the time, if you wanted to find a video, usually you would have to download the file. So, I mean, for instance, Stephen Groo. Stephen Groo had his website, and if you go on the Wayback Machine, if you wanted to view a video that he made, you would have to go and click on it, and it would download. And this is the part what made YouTube really great in the first place, was that the media player was in the website, so you didn't really have to download anything. This was the part where, you know, you had the interactions with the audience, with the creator, and you could look stuff up and find stuff. I have so many lovely memories of like so many videos from like the mid to late 2000s that I love so much, that some of them are thankfully still around, some of them are unfortunately like lost to time. But that was what made YouTube so special, and everything is so far beyond that. Everything is just shareholder. Everything is shareholder, algorithm, ads. How can we get people to stay looking at our screens all the time? Agency is so important. And I feel like things like algorithms are taking away a lot of our agency, and it's really easy to kind of forget it's happening to you. But I've been just feeling it so much more lately. I know like Twitter has an algorithm, right? But I feel like in recent months there was like an algorithm like button change, and then like I saw everything getting changed all of a sudden, and like all the worst stuff was showing up, like all the posts like, oh, I just got kicked out of my house, or some bad news of some kind. Like it's like everything got like dialed up all of a sudden. I saw it and it was so difficult to ignore. To be back on track, YouTube was everything, and I love making videos. Before I knew what YouTube was, I've been like making stop motion videos with this movie maker. I've been using it at what 2004 I think when I started making stuff, and it was so special and important. And but right now, what the best analogy I can come up with about what it's like to be a creator on YouTube is more like the teacher. What teachers are going on through, at least here in the United States. My sister was a teacher, I had a friend that was a teacher, and they quit. Basically one of the reasons why is because what's happening is currently right now, a lot of students are very developmentally behind, and teachers cannot engage with them. And on top of that, like school boards, like it either depends on the school district or whatever, they are not given the resources. In fact, they keep cutting resources all the time for the teachers, and they're expecting these teachers to run on just passion and love for these students. That's not happening. Where these teachers, they wanted to help kids. Like when you're a teacher, like there is a compassionate side in there, but that's just it's not viable anymore, because this space, even though you love it so much, it's extremely toxic. Because nothing wants to work with you. I mean, for instance, have you noticed how like there's angry comments all the time? I do think it's because the internet has trained everyone to be angry all the time. People are so angry and mean all the time, but I don't think that, like, I think it's kind of encouraged. I think it's pushed to be that way. Anyway, back to everything. Regarding views, I was a little sad that the Wolverine video underperformed, but I mean, I still liked making it. I was making it to help myself get through the summer. However, you know, you still would like to get some feedback. I think it's what is that, 60 something views? It's not really the views that matter to me. I like comments and interaction more. But still, when you work hard on something, you still would like to see it. But I'm gonna go into Stephen Groo for a second, because for me, everything ties back to that weird director in Utah. For me, Stephen Groo reminds me about what made YouTube special, where he's a failed director, but he was kind of making whatever he wanted. That's why I admire his work in the past, where, you know, if he feels like making an X-Men movie, he can make an X-Men movie. He can make whatever he wants. Is his stuff good? Debatable. There's definitely stuff that's boring. But what I like about his stuff is that the passion. There's passion in almost every frame. You can just see it. And that's what I love the most. That's what YouTube used to be. YouTube used to be a place of very passionate people. But of course, it's changed over the years. I know change is inevitable, but I don't want to call it the future, because to be honest, the future is kind of manufactured. I don't know if anyone has dealt with the newest iPhones or i things. But think of all the different chargers that the iPod devices that have had. There's the that one original iPod charger, and then there was the lightning cable, and now because of the EU, there's the USB-C cable. To me, that's proof that the future is manufactured. Like all of this is manufactured, but everything is made so that lovely graph goes up for those shareholders. But back to all this stuff, one other thing that is also really disappointing, at least on desktop mode, I haven't checked it on the YouTube app, but on the YouTube restricted mode, it hides my posts. The posts are hidden. And so you can't just like have a workaround. It's like, hey, I made this video, go check it out. It's like, no, that doesn't happen. And that's just really scummy. I think that's really scummy. And I hate that because now Incentivize is like, oh, you need to have all these other social media stuff to do well, have an audience, grow here, here, here. It's like, I'm a human being. I can't juggle that. And like with this AI restricted node, it's like, why did I get restricted? But I'm going to be honest, I'm not dealing with another Hays Code. Like, the Hays Code was for like the 1920s or whatever. And it's like, we're in the future, we shouldn't have to deal with that, but no, we gotta do this for that. Like, I'm not saying the word unalive. I'm not doing that. When I see people say unalive, it just means that they're just being complicit. Like, I know you gotta get your revenue and all that, but you know, Anyway, so originally in this video, I was gonna, and like this still stands, but this will just double down on that. I don't think at this point with everything, I cannot put crazy effort into my videos because I don't know what's gonna do what. And so like, what's the point? But like, there's a whole lot of stuff going on in my life and I don't have the energy anyway, but this on top of all of that, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I have so many scripts. I have lovely ideas and sources all ready to go, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Not in this time. Not in the year of our Lord 2025. I'm dealing with like 2025 syndrome, and I'm sure you are too. The thing is that this situation is bigger than this, bigger than my channel. So I mentioned that I was part of, I like briefly participated in that YouTube boycott. But when I did, especially after deactivating my Twitter, after that, I understood the value of attention. I understand the word attention economy. And I feel like it takes a while to be offline from a lot of algorithmic stuff to actually feel what's going on, to understand how much value your attention has. And that's really important. I wanna like make videos, but more like maybe like message in a bottle kind, where I just make a video, I upload it, throw it in the ocean, and then like I check on the response and keep going. That's kind of something that I've been considering, or just treating YouTube like a city trip, where it's something you do like once in a while, keep up with everything. I don't know, because let me tell you, when I got back on YouTube after that, like at first I was overwhelmed by everything and I understood, but slowly I became kind of again acclimatized to everything. It's kind of like a frog in water, and then I'm like, wait, I'm back in this situation again. It's really hard to get off of. It genuinely is. It's so funny because originally I said, like, the thing is that I think the future of my channel is I want to make low effort videos, but my original thought was I need something that keeps me present. I need to do something that keeps me present for the sake of my sanity. Like I said, this is just kind of another reason on top of this. And the thing is that I can't make algorithmically viable videos. I don't have the energy. Like, I do want to do well. I mean, there's a reason why I applied to the partnership program in the first place, but I gotta, I don't know, find new footing. When I discovered this YouTube restrict thing, I was like, am I too late? Yeah, I thought, am I too late to do anything with anything? Or was I too slow? And my husband, he says, honestly, I think you dodged a bullet, because if you were already doing everything right now, as a more established creator, I think you would be having a harder time. And I kind of agree with that. So I don't think I'm too late. I think I just dodged a bullet about just everything right now. And just now is definitely not the time to try anything crazy. Like all this is more confirmation, validation of what I had in mind, confirmation of my resolve that I had, that I was originally going to do. I cannot do what I aim to do right now. The thing is that I'm a very optimistic person. I do think things will get better. I don't know when. I don't know if it's in a year, 5 years, 10 years. I can't do what I aim to do right now for so many reasons. But I do want to talk about what I want to do right now in the future. So as you can see, I have this video background. I know it's still, but it's a video because I wanted to do that. So in my last video, if you can even see it, and even if you can see this actually, in my last video, I'm going through a metamorphosis for myself anyway. So I have been rearranging my room, and I kind of want to make a little Maven set. I want to have this little format where Maven, hello, actual backgrounds of physical things instead of having like video game backgrounds, because I kind of want to have a way to keep myself, like, to kind of creatively ground myself in the real world and, you know, play around with tactile things. And my inspirations are, honestly, I actually just like videos of people talking in front of their camera, and because I like animating. But yeah, so those are my inspirations on what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to just kind of chit chat, because honestly, I like the videos of people kind of talking and Zoom calls and just chilling out in the real world, and I kind of want to do that. I've seen, it's so funny, like, people nowadays, they do not know any internet etiquette. Like, one time I saw this older lady talk about, like, a grandchild was born. It's like, yep, my grandchild was born. He was born on this day at this hospital at this time. He weighed this many pounds, saying his full name. It's like, don't do that. What are you doing? People do not know any internet etiquette. I swear to God. Yeah, so that's basically it. That's basically it on the future of this channel. I still want to post. I still want to upload. I want to have more fun in terms of just doing things in real life to keep me more grounded, have sets, all this kind of exploration. I want to kind of go back to my roots, you know? And yeah, I hope you all stuck around. If you can even see this video, if YouTube restricted this, I'll be pretty mad about that, but what can you do? All the cool people are here anyway. This video is far less heated than my original recording. Like, I was so angry my teeth were chattering. That's how angry I was. But honestly, if there is any takeaway from this, try to find a way to ground yourself away from a screen. Like, have something that you can have that's tactile, that is not on the screen, because right now we need to be grounded in the world we live in so we don't lose our minds, because I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm dealing with 2025 syndrome. I'm sure you are. If you have access to a library, check out a DVD. If you can even check out a DVD. Check out a DVD if you even have a DVD drive, because, you know, like I said, the future is manufactured. The future is decided by shareholders. The future is decided about what makes more money. So, you know, it's not like I'm not afraid of the future. I'm afraid of what people are gonna try making more money off of. One last story. When I was watching the X-Men Origins Wolverine on my DVD player, my smart TV detected it and was like, we see you're watching X-Men Origins Wolverine. Try watching this movie on these apps. No, I'm not doing that. I have the physical copy. I'm fine, thank you very much. Like, people, like, going, getting regular camcorders, getting back to CRT TVs. The more things are happening, the more things make sense. I'm not anti-technology. I love technology. Look at me. Look at me. I couldn't do this without technology. I'm using face mocap. When I was a little girl, the Lord of the Rings were coming out, and, like, and like the Polar Express was coming out and like mocap was a thing. That was amazing. And it's amazing I can do this in my home. Plot Coalition. He can make his Helldiver videos, his stuff with motion capture from this home. This is amazing.
Is it any wonder people are afraid of technology?
Technology!
Just more food for thought. If you can find any way to ground yourself in reality, if you can find any way to be away from an algorithmic website for an hour or so, do that. Anything. Oh yeah, that's my message. I'm Johnny Silverhand right now. Arasaka, Arasaka. All that nonsense, and I will see you later, and I'm actually excited to come up with some more exciting sets, so I will see you later. Take care! Money, 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 must be funny in a rich man's world.